Okay, here you go, Clay. Hi, I'm Clay, and Laura is and will always be my big sister. I fully realize that some of you here may have known Laura better than even I did as a little brother. As kids turn into adults and create their own separate lives and families, you don't get to interact on a daily basis as when you were younger, and people tend to change in ways that sometimes surprise you. Although Laura grew with life's challenges and rose to overcome them, she never strayed from the qualities that made her the big sister she was to me. To say that Laura was a giving person is more of an understatement than a cliche. She gave of her time and talent like no one I ever knew. I have a 2-foot square cross stitch Laura made for Kate and I in honor of our buying a house together that will hang forever in our living room and is my single most valued possession. I wouldn't have had the courage to go forth and buy the house if not for having Laura to call every other day with all sorts of naive real estate questions. Laura was always my source of infinite common sense and optimism. She believed in me in times when it seemed no one else did. She was able to see the good things in my character, even when the faults were so painfully obvious. I learned to believe in myself, God, and life because Laura didn't give up believing in me. She showed me that I could make just my little part in the world better, even if I couldn't change the whole thing. I owe a huge part of who I am today to my big sister, and a small part of her will live on forever in everything I do. The legacy of Laura Bradley will surely live on in the lives of all of us joined here today, and even in the countless others she touched who may never have ever learned her name. They say God has a plan and works in mysterious ways. Last year, I'm having a hard time reading it. Last year, many of the very same people gathered here today were called to Carlsbad to Laura's side as we all felt the loss of her husband, David Ricker, also taken from us much sooner than anyone imagined possible. In David, Laura found the man she wished to spend the rest of her life with. Alas, now they will surely spend an eternal afterlife together, proving that not even death could do them parting. My sister's life, and ultimately her death, brought all of us here today. So undoubtedly, something very, very good will result from what happens here today and what each one of us takes from the celebration of who Laura was and always will be. I know every single one of us will go forward from this day with the memory of my sister to motivate us to bring out all the kindness, love, understanding, and generosity we can from ourselves so that we may attempt to reach that bar that Laura set so ridiculously high for us to aspire to. I know that Laura will at some time whisper in each our ears when we most need it and say, "You can do it."
lovely book.